Welcome back. Let's play Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh boy. The world was turned on our head in the last episodes. We had run into the President and tried rescuing him, and he leaked a little bit of a secret to us. He is not the leader of the country, as much as the President you'd think would be. He is actually just a figurehead, and there's an organization called the Patriots, which actually control the United States of America, which is like conspiracy theory kind of crap there, huh?
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room, but I didn't realize at the time that she needed my help.
What were you doing?
I was...
So Emma survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family?
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn, if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look, maybe you can help her overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Thanks. An underwater mission. Well, this is a first. Look, I'll see what I can do.
I suggest that you drum the map of the building into your head, because you won't have time to look at it when you try to bring Emma out.
I'm counting on you, Raiden.
I covered most of the core when I had to take out the C4s. If there's anything you need to ask me, call me on the Kodak.
I'll do that.
Back to what I was saying before. The Patriots are the true rulers of the United States, and they're such a secretive organization that the President, who was really just chosen by them, isn't even aware of their nature. Like you said, he didn't know if they were economic or military or whatever. He wasn't aware of what their true nature was, which is like really messed up. Like, how do you not know anything? How secretive could they possibly be? Because it's way over the top. But the President had decided, like, I want power. I want actual power. I don't want to be the figurehead here. I want to actually go out there and rule everything. So he conspired with Solidus to take control of Arsenal Gear. Holy crap, it's Stillman. Oh, I guess this is where he died. Well, the President goes and sides with Solidus in order to steal Arsenal Gear, so it would put him in a bargaining position to bribe his way or negotiate his way into becoming one of the Patriots. Solidus, on the other hand, had a different idea and ended up betraying the President. Solidus wanted to break the Patriots' hold on the country. So that's a bit of conflict of interest there, and they're not going to work well together, so Solidus had the President locked up. But, you know, I guess the President does have a certain thing about that, because the previous President, George Sears, who was actually Solidus, who the Patriots had previously chosen to be President, was going to be assassinated after being removed from office because of the whole Shadow Moses Island debacle, which was Metal Gear Solid 1. That was Solidus' doing, not the Patriots. What do we have here? Ah, damn, it's Vamp.
Still ticking, huh?
Unfortunately, hell had no vacancies. I thought so. Human muscles are quite eloquent. They speak out clearly what a person's next move will be. They even tell me which way a gun is going to be pointed before the trigger is pulled. But your muscles, they're different. This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
I was coming?
You've become a nuisance. I can't let you interfere with Arsenal gear. The girl is just ahead. She is of no use to us now. But she served us well as the live bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
Emma's alive?
She was some time ago, but the flooding has become quite serious. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon is capable of heavy hydrogen nuclear fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch-capable when Arsenal is activated. A nuclear threat still exists. 6 months ago, we lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to whatever we had to say to the contrary. Our only goal is to wipe them from the face of the earth and destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
Final check for activating Arsenal has been completed. All Arsenal personnel report to your stations.
Well, it sounds like Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
Damn it!
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
You know?
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
Okay, we have a fight against Vamp here. Now, Vamp can either be an extremely difficult boss to fight, because he doesn't... it's a little weird fighting him, because he'll dodge bullets, and you won't be able to get a lot of hits on him at once. Or it can be quite easy. In this case, it wasn't a very difficult boss fight. Even though it's been a few years since I've played this game, played this boss battle at least. It was not a difficult thing. You just gotta keep moving. Don't stay in the same place. Turn around just enough to hit him, and then get moving. He's whistling around in that water which you cannot touch. Do not try jumping in the water because you can't steer it. Vamp says it's not actually water, and some weird byproduct of the cleanup effort. But whatever the case, you cannot swim in it, so don't even try. Okay, when he's doing this, he is just going to walk towards you. And when he gets close, he's going to kick your ass. So you got to stay moving. See, look at that. Get out of his way. Well, we've got some time. Let's go over a little bit about, not the Patriots themselves, but their plans with Arsenal Gear. Remember, Arsenal Gear is the name of the new Metal Gear, which is being developed underneath of the big shell. And this was information that the President had gone over, and he mentions that Arsenal Gear itself is not like what you would consider to be a traditional Metal Gear in terms of this game talks about. A regular Metal Gear is a walking battle tank capable of firing missiles and nuclear weapons and all that kind of stuff. Arsenal Gear, on the other hand, is like a gigantic ship. It floats around on the ocean and is guarded by a mass-produced variant of Metal Gear Ray, which was produced by the Navy instead of the Marines. We'll make a distinction between the two. Oh, that was stupid. Well, there are a bunch of Metal Gear Rays guarding Arsenal Gear. Haha. That grenade I launched in first kind of messed him up. If you hit Vamp while he's in the water, he'll lose air. The Arsenal Gear is a very different type of Metal Gear. So we're not going to be, obviously we're not going to be fighting it the way Snake would have fought the other Metal Gears in the past. Because, I mean, what are you going to stand there and launch missiles at it? The thing's too huge. Metal Gear Ray, on the other hand, we've seen they had at least one Metal Gear Ray, and the one that we've seen so far was the original one, the one that the Marines built. And the reason why we know that, I mean, even if you didn't look closely at it and see the Marines logo on it or anything, you'd know that Metal Gear Ray, the Rays that are on board Arsenal, have not been activated yet because Arsenal hasn't been activated yet, so they're not going to use one without the other. So they already have one Metal Gear, and they're going to gain access to what is basically a crap load of them. Okay, this battle's almost over. I wonder what makes Vamp so invincible, because he's taken a shot to the forehead before in a cutscene. That would have killed him. Not in-game, but in a cutscene that would have killed him. Oh, when this happens, shoot the knife in him. It, like, nails your shadow down. I guess we're all Peter Pan or something here. Anyway, Vamp's seeming immortality. It is explained at some point later in the series, but I can't get into that now. Before this battle ends, I just want to go through a couple of
Vamp seems to be anticipating the trajectory of your shots from the minute movements of your muscles. There's no such thing as a perfect system, though. There must be a way to throw him off and land a shot.
It looks like he's anticipating the incoming bullet's trajectory from the movement of your muscles. Relax, though. He doesn't have you all figured out. Raiden, don't use the target locking function. Vamp will anticipate your trajectory if you do, and you'll never manage to land a shot.
Oh, I thought I had. Just a little bit more, and this'll do it. And what happened? Oh. Ah. Chuck a few grenades after him just to make sure.
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Snake, did you catch all that? I didn't make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north, right?
I'm on it.
Well, we're going to have to end this episode at the end of the Vamp fight. So, we're going to head on now in the next episode to go and rescue Emma Emmerich.